5,
4,
3,
2,
1.
go. that was so bad. There's such a massive
struggling with
gap.
numbers this morning. Right, are you ready for the radio show intro?
Yeah, I'm ready, baby.
Good morning and welcome to... What are we calling this?
I don't know yet. I don't know. Stop asking questions I don't know to.
Welcome to our podcast show. We don't know its name.
I've no idea.
It's episode 3 now, so... we need
Episode
to...
3? Jeez.
Yeah, we did two. We did 2 without you.
Okay, well, I need to get some tunes going. We
You
will have
got-
a lovely intro. We will have like theme
Ryan, don't you
music.
worry. We will get you up to pace in about 3 whole minutes, I reckon. We could sum the whole thing up in 3 damn minutes.
Actually, yeah, so if we're just introing the unnamed podcast, the first thing we should say is obviously welcome to Ryan, who we've named and shamed. Ryan, explain everything about you in like 10 seconds or less.
I like long walks on the beach. I like holding hands. Did tell you the story of...
God. Oh, don't say my last name. Please don't say my last name.
Okay, we'll cut that. Did
We're
Sam...
bleeping that out. We're bleeping that out.
Did he tell you the story of how he introduced me to the podcast?
No,
No?
I don't think so. Go on.
No, when you called me the other day. So he
Oh,
he
no,
called-
yeah, Clive was on
yeah.
the phone.
You were
at the
there.
same-
I was,
That was in the podcast, man.
Oh, dear. That's like
Yeah,
the
mate.
bleakest intro.
I was
How you
against that.
doing? Oh, hey, man. I'm just about to have some therapy and talk about my feelings. Like the worst possible moment you could
Yeah,
have
I
ever called
picture
me.
you at your most vulnerable moment. I generally thought that would, like, I did say to you, I generally thought that would make like your whole like time better. Basically, I thought, that will really pick him up.
That'll
But
pick him up.
It did not.
yeah, I mean, if you're preparing yourself to go into like bleakness, yeah, it's not going to be good, is it? Yeah, I got you at a bad point then. But I knew you were going to say
I'll
yes.
bring
That
the
was a good.
sunshine from now on.
So,
Oh, brilliant,
and
baby.
last week as well, I was also saying, Ryan, like, I've been using you as our only listener. I just assumed because we'd already decided you were going to do the jingles that you would be the only person who would ever hear
Okay.
any of this. So then I was saying, maybe it's a mistake to get you on board because it's like when
We've
you do
now gone down to
karaoke.
0.
with
I
your
won't
mates.
listen to it if I record it. That's it.
Exactly.
We've lost all viewings.
So now it's like when you do karaoke in town with your mates, you've got to leave them behind. So they're the audience
no
who
one's
actually
cheering you
gives a
on.
shit about you. Because if you all go up to the mic, no one else in the rest of the bar gives a crap about
No
what
one
you're
gives a-
doing. They don't find it funny. They're just like, who are those losers with their bad singing? So that's like our podcast now. That's what I'm saying. Is
We've got
we're all
no
on
name,
board,
but we got
we're all here.
no audience now as well. It's fantastic. But
Have you published anything yet?
Oh,
Mate, we are still in the garage at the moment. Our car is not ready to drive just
No.
yet, okay? We're still pimping it out.
Pimp My Ride. That's not
Pimp
been
My
on
Ride,
the telly
ecstasy.
for a long time.
That's a real niche reference.
And that's the quality content you will find on...
We don't know.
right,
Come on! I was just hoping to like scare it out of you. Like,
Okay. When you said that, my instant
Shooting
words
the
in my
shit.
head were Razmaz. Don't know what it even means, but that's what I heard. Razmaz. It sounds.
Razzmatazz.
Oh, is Razmataz a word? Okay. Yeah.
Razzmatazz.
isn't that what one of the like toy stores in town used to be called?
Oh, mate, that's such a niche reference.
Razmataz.
Get it out of your head, man. Stop it with the niche.
Nah, because this is for doorstep people.
You
mate,
could call it
remember?
niche references, and it's or an
Real
intro
niche.
to Clive's mind.
Real niche.
Well,
I
I was
had-
thinking. Oh no, go ahead.
Mine is so bad. I wrote them down last night, and you write stuff down. You're like, that's it, and then you look at it the next day.
Yeah.
Mate, there is no
I'm not even
low
going to say them
bar
because
here.
they're so
I want to
bad.
hear it. You've
There's
got to tell us
no
now.
low bar
You've got
here.
to tell us now.
I had shoot in the shit, clueless.
Ooh.
I had Palomi, but that's
That's a very niche reference as well. That's not even a reference.
Palomi.
That's an
Never
internal
Pants
joke.
Ranch. Never Pants Ranch.
Never Pants Ranch would be good.
Isn't that kind of copyright though?
Yeah, it is.
No, because
Yeah.
that's. Wait, is there a place
That's the
called
name
Never
of
Pants
that-
Ranch?
It's a studio. It's a music
Yeah.
studio.
Is it? I
yeah.
Tom
I
DeLonge's
thought it was
music
just
studio.
a joke about Michael Jackson and his Neverland.
Oh, yeah. So that it comes
probably
off of that.
the
So
idea.
yeah, it's Neverland Ranch, whatever it is. And there's a music studio in California called Never Pants Ranch.
Ah, they probably have the podcast, don't they? So that's out.
Yeah, probably. That's out.
I was trying to riff on. So I think we've mentioned it already, but we call ourselves, our Facebook group is called the Lost Boys. No one really knows
Can
why
people find
anymore.
that? If you said it out loud, can people find that?
What, can they search it and invite themselves to our group? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
maybe. That's,
they hack it?
that's no.
Well, that's
That
just
could be
exciting
really
to me, to be honest.
That is carnage, yeah.
No, that's getting cut.
But my point is, so the group's called the Lost Boys. We've informally called ourselves the Lost Boys for a while now. So I was trying to riff on that.
With the Chelsea wankers. or
Yeah,
whatever.
well, exactly. That's what we
yeah.
discovered recently, so that's got to go.
It
But
was heartbreak.
I was the Wonder Boys. Like
I
Wonder.
looked at this last night, right? And the domain is available, right? I like that.
Sounds like some hentai
It was
shit.
£1,287.
What?
What?
£1,287.
Wonder Boys.
I
For
literally.
Wonder Boys.
I
It's 'cause
literally-
it's gonna
Wonder.
get that name's gonna get so many like OnlyFans. Like it sounds.
Hang on, let me see if I've got a video of
It's
it so I can show
Wonder,
you.
not Wonder.
1,200. Why are they all right? We're in the wrong business. You can just charge whatever you want for random domains. Screw the podcast. Let's just come up with loads of random domains and charge like $2,000 a pop.
I'll be honest though, I don't.
Go on.
No,
Go on.
I was going to say I just don't understand how any of this works. Like,
I'll be honest with you. After yesterday, I went online. Obviously, I was looking at those domains, right? And then I think I don't know who it was. One of you said Lost Bod, so I looked it up as well.
well, one of us, it was you little.
Was it me that said it? Right?
Yeah.
I thought Ryan said it. I wasn't
Nah,
sure.
you said Lost
Was it me?
Boys, so
Oh,
you-
well, I was surprised.
Which is
I was
why I
surprised.
hated it on principle.
I know. I knew that as well. Anyway, I did have a look, and it was available. And then I started panicking, and I bought it.
Oh, you bought it.
Oh, mate.
Hello and welcome to the Lost Bars.
I did.
podcast.
No. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. It's not saying so at all. It was more of a good content because it was only £6.67, baby.
It's cheap. But can I tell you? Can I tell you the main
I've got it for
reason?
1 whole year now, so don't worry. Don't worry. We got it
The
for a
main
whole
reason right. I don't want to get into my backstory too much because I'm trying to keep myself pretty anonymous. You know, because I've got
Yes, Clive.
enemies.
Yeah.
Like a
what?
low-level person is a bod. You'd be like, yeah, get some bods to do that. So
Oh, so
I hate,
we all know
I hate
what
the
you do
phrase
now.
bods.
Oh, no.
Like it just,
Really?
I'd never call someone a bod.
Do you know what I think of bods? I
mean,
think of
we
just
are
like a
pretty
sexy
low
body.
level.
I just think of myself as a sexy bod. That's what I do.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
too earthy,
realise
mate.
that.
It's too earthy. We're all
Is
like
that too triggering for you?
philosophical and like, you know, we're
you're
lost
triggered by
in the
it.
world, but we're trying to
I've
work
worked
it
you out.
all out. Do you know what I mean? We're not just buds. Come on, mate.
All right.
I've got some
man.
insults for you. I've come back strong.
Oh yeah, so Ryan, just to sum this up for you and for everyone as well, if anybody does listen to this, Clive has a little bit. We call it a little bit, and he gives me 3 insults, and I've got to talk about them.
You slag.
What we call it? It's the 3 insults. Yeah, today's insults.
And last week I think I got a bit niche. I got a bit abstract with it. This
Well
week I
niche.
wanted to come back strong and just like fire into you. So
Hit me
tell
up,
me
brother.
if it hurts, mate. Tell me if it hurts.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Right, and it's
It's
building
coming
to a
in.
good one at the end. I'm keeping the third one in my locker, and it's gonna be like a jab in your ribs. You ready for the first one?
Oh, bring it on, baby.
You are Sam. You are ass dandruff.
That hurts. Do you know what hurts? Because I do generally get dandruff in my ass. Is
Yeah,
so
you know, like
hairy.
you take your boxes off sometimes, and there's like random
There's
fluff
just
and
like
stuff, and you're just
traces.
like,
Yeah.
What is this? So yeah, that's what you are, though.
Oh, jeez, man. Need some head and shoulders in my ass. In my ass.
Do you know what that is? The
What is it?
actual size. It's microscopic tiny bits of toilet paper that have gradually
really?
shaved off, and they're just because I
Your
don't know
ass is
about
just,
you, but
like,
if you have a
great
rather hairy backside, it acts as sandpaper, and it gradually, you just
Crumbs.
accumulate.
I liked crumb.
I like dusting.
Wow, I mean, we've gone there already. We got to toilets, and anyway, that's what
That's as low as we get, I promise you that.
and that's what you were.
I mean, call it, yeah.
Right, so I'd say that one hit home, right? That landed.
That resonated. That
Once you
did
start
resonate
peeling off the layers, that one stings.
If you can get to the point where you can make me cry by the end of this, then you've done your job at not promoting a positive world to live in for all of our
Pay
children.
it forward, mate. Pay it forward. Pay the pain forward. Right, next one. You are a teenage mustache. That's not nice, is it? You know when like 12-year-old, 13-year-old boys get that weird little
13-year-old 5 o'clocks, man.
Yeah, just that weird bit just on the upper lip, and it looks weird.
Just being on the hub for too long late at night and not having that time to sort it out in the morning. Yeah.
Well, it can be a sensitive issue, eh? You don't know what's going on. You're like,
That's
why have I got this little fuzz on my lip? But
I'd probably take offence to that now, seeing as I'm 31 and I can't grow a full
You can't
beard.
grow the bits in between, can you? Yeah.
It's so strange.
Ryan has
anyone
like just a
listening,
moustache and a goatee.
I have a
can't have the gaps in
mustache and a sort of a chin beard with
a bit like Beef Vendetta
the
vibes.
teenage lines coming down your jawline, but then the bit where your mustache joins your beard, either side of your lips,
It ain't there.
there's nothing. I mean, I get like 3 wispy hairs that I have to basically pluck out because.
And everyone knows that is the measure of a man. Like how much facial hair you can grow just determines your worth in society. Like
Oh,
full
it does.
stop.
But it's when you shave it off, and if you can ride out the face without hair on your actual face, then you're absolutely fine. But I know that the day I have to shave it off because it's just fallen out, I'm going to look like a right dickhead. I am, honestly, because I just don't see a face without a beard. Honestly, I've got one of those faces. There's a new filter actually that comes out that's you can see your face without a beard.
So surely it's much more
skin
useful
onto your face.
It makes me look and feel worthless. Honestly, it's horrific.
Yeah, that is something we could get into when beards became cool again about 10 years ago, and you're just like...
It ain't going away, especially on my face. It's staying for life.
Yeah, well, that leads me on to my final insult.
Go
and
for
honestly,
it. Yeah, you got one more.
Can you adopt the bracing position for this and just know that I do love you. I only say this to be entertaining. I don't actually want to hurt you.
You know my fear for planes is not great, right? So doing this bracing position really freaks me out.
Mate, doing the brace position would do fuck all. If you are zooming, however fast the plane goes into the sea.
Do you know what the bracing position is?
Brace position.
I read about it. Bracing position not only doesn't save your life, it's actually the way that they've designed it is that when you land and you do crash, it's the quickest way you die.
That's not Fight Club. No, that's some Fight Club bullshit. Because that's the scene in the plane where he's looking at the instructions.
If you think about it, putting the top of your head next to a very hard plastic surface.
I'm telling you, the Illuminati with their chemtrails and their secret murder crash protocols is not what's going on, fellas. It might not be very effective, but I don't think it's designed to kill you.
Bleak.
But anyway, the reason you were bracing was because I'm going to call you.
I'm back into the brace position.
You ready?
Go for it. Yeah.
You're a chunky lemon because you're fat and you're bitter.
See, that's good.
That's good because you got the tagline to go with it.
That hurt, and it was true. Yeah, I'm quite. No, actually, I'm not lemon. Yeah, but chunky hurt. Yeah, so maybe I'm a bit better.
I'm totally up for.
Clive, that's your best one so far, that is.
I don't know. I think in the first week I landed a few as well, but Chunky Lemon is now my new favourite.
You had like a goat. You had something like goat stomp.
Toenail farmer. That was weird.
What's a toenail farmer?
Well, we actually worked it out a little bit because you would like. It's just an insult. Someone who collects toenails and grows their own and then holds on to them.
Leaves them around the house.
Yeah, some freaky guy. So that's Sam as well, but. He's a chunky lemon. So
I am chunky.
I used to work with
sweet. It's very sweet, but can be bitter with lots of seeds.
Well, lemons aren't sweet, bro. You have to add shitloads of sugar to sweeten a lemon.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm real sweet when I'm absolutely
Rolled in sugar.
rolled in sugar, yeah, dosed up in sugar.
I used to work
true.
with a Polish lady, and she had a really cool saying when people were getting a bit upset. She'd just say, "Don't get lemon," and it stuck with me because I'd be like, "Yeah, don't get lemon. There's no need to get all sour and bitter about things. Just be happy. Don't get lemon."
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for your insights, Clive.
And that is Clive's segment.
And that is Clive's segment.
Ryan, what do you
insults.
think? I was going to do some compliments for him as well. So if you think that would balance it out, not today.
That's a really good idea. Not today. Okay,
not today.
Not next episode.
Clive's compliments has got a great. Clive's compliments is a great little jingle.
I can make them like really backhanded, so it's like you think you're getting complimented, but it's actually sticking the knife in. Or I could just compliment you, and I could insult Sam.
Yeah.
The insults is for Sam, and the compliments is for me, and we can end the show that
nice.
way.
Yeah.
I think that might work.
I can semi-deal with that. Yeah.
I don't deal well with criticism anyway, so I think the best thing for all of us.
If anyone listens to this, do not criticize us because we can't handle it, fellas. We can't. Ryan, you should write. Could you write us some fake adverts? That'd be sick.
Yeah. Last night I was up till like maybe 1 o'clock in the morning recording like 20-second random bits of music that we could use.
Awesome,
dude, we were talking about Diet Coke last time. We want a sponsor. By Diet Coke. Do you think you could make a fake Diet Coke advert for us?
Nah,
as long as I'm not going to get sued up my ass.
No, we won't get sued. That would be more publicity.
Like brown fizzy cola without any sugar.
It sounds like cocaine, but it's not.
My friends are addicted.
Pepso Maxi.
Pepso Maxi, very nice.
This Coke, when you see it on the label, does it still call it Coca-Cola or is it just Coke?
Right, I was very confused for a very long time, but Coke and Coca-Cola is the same company, right? I'm still quite confused.
Yeah.
I spent 30 nearly 31 years wondering if Coke and Coca-Cola were two separate companies.
Oh my god!
Well, I don't drink the stuff, mate. If you're drinking something that's jet black, that ain't good for you. It doesn't matter. Like
liquid cigarettes.
You can use that shit to clean toilets. You put that in toilets, and it takes the enamel off the goddamn toilet.
Yeah, well, maybe I don't want enamel in my toilet.
Quality.
100% of Americans say enamel in your stomach is bad.
Exactly.
Well, cleans you out. It's just
fatal enamel build-ups. You don't get many deaths from those anymore, Ryan. So why are you getting so angsty about that?
So it's just an abbreviation. They just thought rather than spend the money on Coca-Cola, we'll just put Coke. And maybe get some.
Yeah, but remember back in the day, Coca-Cola was cocaine.
It was
soda.
made from cocainium.
So they just called it, I want Coke. Yeah.
Man. That was the thing, though, wasn't it? When it first came out.
Yeah, imagine what they tasted like.
As soon as it hits your lips.
Yeah, imagine what it would taste like. Not only the sugar, but the actual cocaine in a soda. That'd actually be... that's crazy.
And I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but down in South America, where they grow, like, obviously a lot of the sugar cane and other ingredients they need, they literally have, like, a private army down there.
They do.
Yeah, they are bad people.
Very bad. Now, I'll tell you what. Do you want to go straight into my little bit, or do you want to have a 2-minute break? What do you want to do?
Let's go to break. We'll be right back after these messages.
New Cocanium Zero. That sweet, sweet Coke taste with all the benefits of getting high off your tits. Guaranteed to put a spring in your step, and you won't ever go back.
All right, here we go. Ryan, you get a choice today. You get a choice. You get the choice of whether I tell you about my second job. We already talked about my first job that I had in life because we're lost. We don't know what our jobs are. So I've done loads of jobs, obviously.
Well, yeah. I'm
Or
lost
do you
in
want to
something.
hear about my travels where I have been lost and I have gone to Paris? You get a choice.
Oh,
man.
just before you choose, Ryan, I just want to be clear. All the controversial things that may or may not have happened in the past were all done by a ninth lost boy called TJ. So
The fact that you say it on here means that everyone's going to know it was you. Honestly.
Because this spreads, over time in different stories. It was all TJ. He's fucking mental.
TJ was a bad man.
Yeah, exactly. God rest his soul.
Right.
So, Ryan,
I
your
think
choice.
Paris. That sounds exotic.
All right.
Oh.
Insert. We want Paris music now, okay? Or my German
Oh,
music.
like a boulevard where you have
Mon ami,
So this-
galantie.
un petit baguette.
Oh, don't worry, I've got
Merci.
it.
Also, we need just mad music as well. So this bit's gonna be called.
This is gonna
what should we call this
take
bit? What should we call this bit?
We can't name anything. This is pathetic.
What is it
Sam's
when you
travels.
when you look back to the future?
Oh, but it wasn't.
If I'm allowed to use your second name, I've got the
No.
perfect onomatopoeia. But,
Go on and try it. I'll beep it out.
rivalry
No.
with like triangle
Oh,
chimes,
yeah,
like
that's-
ding
yeah.
ding 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 ding.
That's
I was about to say something about nomads, but I was just literally gonna say, it's time for Sam's traveling.
Sam's traveling.
All right, okay. So here we go. I'll start from the start because we were gonna do it last week, but I thought we'd wait for you because basically Clive was on the trip with me where all our traveling started. Clive was with me from the start, and if I tell Clive about what we've done, it's just talking back to front.
It's
we
a
need
bit
that
weak.
order. Yeah. So Ryan, you're gonna hear this. Now I haven't written it down, but I do pretty much remember the first day. And I think about all the
Are
time.
you
so I
going
don't
to
need to
break
write
it down day by day, do you think?
No, I'm just going to sum up Paris
Sum up
in
the
about
best.
a minute, basically.
Okay.
So
Paddy,
basically,
sweet Paddy.
we went when we were like 18. We went traveling around Europe. We did the old Interrail. You buy the one ticket for like 200 quid, and you go on every single train in Europe. So we did that one summer. We did, and first place we started after we got off of Dover to Calais. We started in Paris, and this is when I expect some Paris music, by the way. Right now.
You Paddy.
Ooh, nice Paris music. Anyway, so we get there, and we're all buzzing. And the first thing I remember, and Clive can back me up, was seeing a lady on the floor impersonating what appeared to be a spider, where she like dislocated her like
Oh,
joints.
yeah, Jesus Christ. That was...
And,
mate, that was grim. Like, that is a bad memory. Like... We were not ready for the street people of Paris.
It was really scary. Yeah, I was like, I just want to go home. I'm so scared, basically. And then that was the start of it.
Well, so
I've
you
just
get
been
off the
told-
train and you see a dislocated woman. Okay.
She was just dislocating her body
But on the floor.
on the floor, on her back, like, but her body was the other way around. She's just like running around
That's like
a spider.
Resi Evil shit, right?
Mate, we were 18, and I'm not saying like we were wet behind the ears, but we do come from the best place in the world, which is Dorset, which doesn't have that many of these bad things.
We're middle class white boys, and the first thing you see is
So anyway, we get there and we get to this hostel, and it's in a place called. Should I say a location, or should I not?
Oh, yeah, we could big
Barbades.
shout out to Friends
Shout out to
Hostel.
Barbades. Shout out to Barbades, one of the roughest places in Paris. And it's cheap. It was literally like €5 a night. It was pretty cheap. But we get there and they're like, yeah, we got a room for you. And they take us through the hostel and they get out to the back door. And we're like, oh, we're going through a courtyard. We're going out to the back door. Where we go must be to another part of the hostel. Must be like a sort of centralised building. Nope, it's a shed.
a shed.
And he opens the door to the shed and we go in. And I swear to God, it was like triple bunk beds. Like there was 6 of them, wasn't there? All just on the walls of this shed, basically. And he said, well, this is your one, this is your one, this is your one. And we're like, what? We paid like money. We're not sleeping in a shed sort of thing. And he sort of just left. And we're like, fine, no drama. I know that was like just the start of it. Okay, so that's just the intro. Nice. And let's just sum up quickly. There was a scary lady,
woman living in a shed.
Living in a shed, and we thought, no worries, nothing can stop our
Pally.
buzz. Yeah. And then
it's beautiful this time of year.
And then the next step, I'm trying to think what happened in between, but the main thing I remember was we met some people in the courtyard, and we met some guy that was absolutely buzzing. He was American, and he was about 40 years old, and he was buzzing because although someone had stolen his MacBook, he did find, what was it, like 6 peaches for $1 or something like that, right? He kept talking about
They're like a hairless... No, was it a hairless nectarine or they're like a hairless peach?
It's like a hairless peach. This nectarine. No, it's like, a hairless peach. It's like you get 6 for $1 or something like that. He was a nice guy, but he lost his MacBook. He was very not aware that the severity of how bad it was that he lost his MacBook. But we went out, and about... I reckon it was about 20 minutes into the night, we'd all just disappeared, didn't we? So we went with one another. So Clive, I don't know where he was. I don't know where Callum was, and I don't know where I was, really. I didn't have a clue. I was with just some randomers. And next thing I know, I got mugged. Like, this is the first night.
Was that the first night?
That was the first night.
That was when we were getting beers, wasn't it, for the hostel?
Yeah, literally. We got beers, we left, we went out for a night out, and then on the night out, I got mugged. Yeah, it was pretty, and I just like...
But do you want to give the details of that?
Yeah,
because that's quite funny. It is quite funny.
So, I changed the story to depend on who's listening, because it's all about judgment. But I'll be completely honest with you.
100%.
Wait, Clive, what did I tell you actually? And I'll just stick with that story.
It's not what you told me. I saw it, and then we walked down the street. Yeah. Me and Callum were like a few minutes in front of you because... Do you want me to tell you this bit? Or do you want me to say what happened to TJ? TJ walked, and there were this gang of blokes hanging around outside the underground station. And they looked pretty shady. And in fact, I think we'd seen them when we got in earlier. So they'd been there for hours. So it wasn't just meeting your pals before jumping on the train. That was just where they hung out. So their place of business, if you will. And then we were walking past them. We were already fairly drunk in TJ's defence.
But then they were.
It's not actually as bad as it's light. It's light. No one gets hurt. And then they were like, one of them went to hug, TJ, and TJ was just hugging this bloke, and me and Callum were like, nah, man, and just sort of pushed through and walked off. And then you came up after us a little bit later, and you were like, I think my wallet's gone.
Yeah, literally. That is exactly what happened.
So I would class that as a mugging. Because a mugging has you'd assume there's a weapon or something involved. What you're saying is that a man hugged you.
I got called. Yeah, basically he hugged me and had
nice
literally. We had about a 5-minute chat, I reckon, and they were like, hurry up. I was like, all right, fine. And I somehow got through the underground.
We jumped over the barrier.
We jumped. Cool. All right, fine. Yeah. So I got over, but I got on the other side. I was like, I'm on a train. I got no wallet or nothing on me, and it was savage. Yeah, first night, I had no money, no cards, nothing. It was savage, and that's how it started. So anyway, I'm pretty drunk at this point because 18, lightweight, and I don't know where anyone is. Like literally, I don't know where a single person is that I know. Obviously, it's just me, Clive, Callum, and TJ. And the next, honestly, I'm just so dizzy, and I get off the tube or the, I don't know what you call it, the underground, and I literally get off the underground. I look up, and there's just the Eiffel Tower in front of me. It's pitch black, and I was like, "Oh shit, we're here, cool." And I remember just not giving a shit because I was so sad that I lost my wallet. I was like, "You're a fool, Sam."
Yeah, it's like your soul has been taken.
Honestly,
and you just start scatting out about everything.
Vulnerable. Anyway. And that was about it, really. And I couldn't get back on the underground or anything. So I was like, I need to somehow get back. And I lost all the people that I was with as well. So I walked back all the way to the hostel. And by the time I walked back to the hostel, it was like an hour and a half later on. And then I went back to the hostel, into our shed. And we went into the room, and all the beds are taken up. And there's 2 people in each bed. And they're all Spanish hikers or travellers as well. And I was like, oh, you're in my bed. And they were just like, vamos, whatever it is. They were like, get out. Yeah, they were like, go. And I was like, and they were like, there's two people just getting on in my bed. I was like, oh, man, I can't even do anything. And
It's like the worst.
Oh, it sucked. And it was like, 2 o'clock. This is first night.
So good.
And then anyway, I just try and find another bed because I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I go upstairs, back into the hostel just to find anything I can. There's a door open. No light on, and there's like bunk beds in there, and I can see there's one empty, and I can hear some rustling and stuff. I was like, I don't care, I'm just gonna get into bed. So I go into bed. There's no duvet. I think there was a pillow, but I don't think there was a duvet. And I'm on the lower bunk, and I'm looking across the other side of the room, and there's two people like just getting it on, like really getting on, and then I catch this eye. Like whoever's like looking towards me, but still getting on with this girl. There's an eye just glimmering at me, and I recognise the eye, and it's TJ.
You've been TJ.
It's TJ, right?
That kid is crazy.
TJ, and I reckon we locked eyes for it felt like minutes, man. And me and TJ just did, and while he was getting on with this Irish lady, TJ just kept looking at me, and I just had enough. I'm fucking sick of this shit, and literally I think I just let him have it, and I just watched for a little bit. Yeah, but then that was better. That is the first night of our travels. Yeah, of Sam's traveling.
Nice segment. I did not know that, and that. Oh man.
Can I say something which happened? Just something that happened to me that night though was I was very drunk, and some people were sort of making sure I got back to the hostel, and I tried to get out of a taxi whilst it was going round the Arc de Triomphe because I realised I couldn't pay. I realised I didn't really have any money or whatever.
Started panicking,
and I just tried to open the door. And the taxi this was obviously terrible, very irresponsible. Although often taxis in big cities, the doors lock when you're in it, don't they? But anyway, I tried to get out, and the door opened, and he veered a little bit, and everyone was shouting at me in French, and I was like, sorry, fellas. My bad.
Sorry, mate.
That is enough to. Just the story of that's enough to give me a panic attack.
We kept on buzzing that night about how we were like, can you believe we're in France? We kept going, we're in France, we can do what we want. And literally about an hour later, it all just fell apart, basically.
That's what we were like when we all went to America, though.
Oh, that's coming up. Don't you worry.
Jumping outside the bar for another episode.
America.
It's called. America. What's that called? It's called dripping. You just give a little. You
drip feed it. Yeah, we go. We all went. All the Lost Boys went to America. Well, 6/8 of us, 3/4 of us went to America.
Did TJ go?
Oh no, you got to save.
TJ
this.
went to America. Yeah. No,
it was his last outing. It was. He didn't come back.
Nah. I believe he's out there somewhere. I think he's
buried
come back
in Boston
one day.
Park. Yeah. Right, I've got actually a similar story to yours, Sam, but I got to pee. So let's have a break.
Let's have a quick break.
De la brioche au croissant, monsieur. C'est bon. À garantie. Sacré bleu, monsieur.
And we're back.
Hey, welcome back to some podcast that you don't know the name of, and neither do we. Oh,
it's unnamed. So you don't know the people involved, and it's not that interesting.
Yeah, it's very vague. It's very vague.
But we want to be your friends. So if you're looking for some friends, you could be a lost boy. That's what you're saying,
if you're lonely, honestly, we're part of your gang.
Yeah. You're part of our gang.
Oh yeah, you're part of our gang. That's it. Yeah.
You fucking chunky lemon.
I think Chunky Lemon's a great podcast name. I think we should call it Chunky Lemon because it's just so random.
Chunky Lemon.
Whatever.
Chunky Lemon.
All right, it's been on the board. I
reckon the picture could just be like
episode.
like a big sweaty lemon, like. wiping his brow. Like, oh, I don't know.
I reckon we got at least one more episode where we don't actually have to make a decision because
it's a chunky lemon.
yeah, it'd be very odd.
He's into it. He's into it. It's on.
Chunky lemon. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna draft some theme tune ideas.
Full of chunky
Send
lemons.
them over. Now, just one preference. Would you prefer a theme tune that's quite electronic or a jazzy vibe?
Do you know what I was going to say? I want like 4 different versions.
Okay, I'll do...
completely different musical genres.
Different time schedules, different like words. I want, and they've got to be 20
I want
seconds.
one in
but
6-8-7-2 1389.
I want one that's a bit like, hey, it's last podcast.
Oh, like a lo-fi. Okay.
And the other one I want, and then
Lo-fi funk, electro and rock.
And
I want a real classy one, Ryan, because I'm a classy guy and like I've got lots of big ideas.
I am working on my own little. I'm 7 tracks into a 10-track album at the moment.
Just
I will
put
put
that
that on hold.
deep man.
I will put that on hold for 4 shitty podcasts.
Hey,
We'll get you a contract.
that's a chunky lemon podcast.
It's a chunk. Yeah, it's gonna. I'm voting chunky lemon. Just let it sit for a while. Let it sit.
I'm gonna let it
perfect.
sit hard. Man.
How about till
I'm gonna let
next?
it
We'll
stew.
decide next time. Next time we.
I mean, if I'm
Next
making
time
the
we
theme
have
tune,
to.
I can make it whatever I want.
And then you're producing it as well. So.
Do you know what? You can make it one thing, and if you play it backwards, it says something else. Oh,
Oh, edgy, man.
that's so deep. That's so
Right,
deep.
getting back to what the storytelling. I just had a story that was quite similar to yours, Sam.
You found it really hard to call me Sam, then, didn't you?
It's weird.
So weird to call him Sam, isn't it?
It's my real
It's
name.
strange.
Just
I
FYI,
don't
it's my
like-
real name, but no one calls me it.
I don't like it.
I hate it. I hate it.
I don't like it. Right, I don't know if I've told you this, but I'm not telling you. I'm telling the world. So
Oh, well, baby.
when I was about the same age, like I think 19, I went to a Rock Werchter festival in Belgium.
Ooh.
And it was... I've never been to such a poorly organised... No, it was great, but it was like 40 degrees and no one sold water. All they sold was Amstel, the driest lager I've ever tasted in my entire life.
Wow, there's a message there, mate. Drink lager, not water.
We got the train to the sea train to France, I think, and then somehow got to Belgium. But basically, by the time we got halfway, I was obliterated off of the little mini bottles of vodka.
Stubbies. We drank a lot of them in France.
Yeah.
The little...
Oh, the lot of the little French beers, and also a lot of mini like Jack Daniels and things like that.
Naughty.
So we were absolutely buzzing, and I had all of my important documents in this little folder, which is like my passport, the tickets for the festival, my insurance, all of that. And I'm just, first off, we're in a KFC and we're shit-faced, and then we walk off, and then I realise I've left all my important documents in the KFC. Luckily, run back, and the manager's got them. We get it, it's all fine.
Nice.
We think we've missed a bullet. But then I needed a pee-pee. And
Pee-pee?
we
What?
went to the toilet.
We're just going to let it slide, are we?
Yeah, just...
I'm
Slap.
trying to be PG, but I don't think no.
Who gives a flying fuck?
Okay, I
We'll
needed
beat
a
that
piss.
out. Beat that out.
And I went to the toilet and I said to my friend, I had, one of the giant rucksacks with all of my stuff in, including my wallet.
Okay.
I go to the toilet, come out, and my friend, who will be unnamed because I still haven't forgiven him.
Everybody's
Was
unnamed.
it
Just say
TJ?
friend, yeah.
Did you get
It was TJ. TJ standing there, just kind of nonchalantly saying, "Some guy just ran off with your bag," and he said it so casually that I thought I was
Hey,
like,
man.
yeah, fuck off, come on, where
got off
is
his
it?
bag.
And he's like, no, it's that guy there. And there's a guy running off with my bag about 700
Just
meters.
like, I saw that guy. He picked up your bag and he ran off.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it was amazing.
It was literally, and I was like, why the fuck are you still here then?
It wasn't.
So I had. Sorry. You.
No, I'm going to break the flow of your story. I just wanted to know if it was your friend who's a dancer.
No, but my dancer friend was there.
What's his
but
name
he
again?
was also Craig the dancer.
Craig is such a dancer.
He's such a dancer. That's another story for another time.
Another goddamn niche reference right there.
So I've lost all my stuff, and we're not even in Belgium yet. And somehow, I don't know how, but my passport was in my pocket. So the only thing I have left was my passport and the
Lucky, that's
clothes
so
on
lucky.
my back.
I'm going to be honest, my IBS is absolutely flaring up right now listening to this. No, legit. I'm like, I got about 3 minutes.
It was a week-long festival in 40
That's
degree
too
heat.
long.
Just
and-
one set of clothes.
And my tent had obviously been stolen as well. So we're 3 guys in a 2-man tent, and a 2-man tent is too small for 2 men anyway.
One tops. Not even one. Half a body.
I had taken so much stuff because I was like, if I'm going to spend a week in this heat in the field, I had like fans and my own tent and just loads of stuff to make it
Do
comfy and like
make it nice.
iPod, everything gone. And by the 3rd day, I was watching Them Crooked Vultures.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
And I'm right at the front.
How's your hearing?
I'm not not good now. I think I'm actually getting tetanus.
I've got
Not
tinnitus.
tetanus.
It rings every day. Mine rings every day.
I might have tetanus. But I was stood right at the front and I was thinking, I've got so much space here. What is going on? And I turned to my friend Craig and was like, Craig the dancer.
He's
and was
such
like,
a dancer.
dude, why have I got so much, like, why aren't we getting crushed here?
You
And
stink.
he's like, it's because you smell like absolute shit. And I was so filthy. Like, I don't know why I hadn't noticed it, but I was
You
so
were
disgusting.
unaware of your self smells.
I spent the week, I had to go to charity shops and buy secondhand Y fronts.
Gross. That's gross.
And then at the end of the week, the last night, I don't know if we should cut this or not. This is not great, but
What did TJ do?
so I was TJ was an absolute state, like never been so filthy.
That
TJ's
guy's
getting
crazy.
dragged through the mud, man.
And woke up middle of the night, pretty haggard, wanting to go to the toilet. Get to the toilets and they're closed, and for some reason they started already packing up the toilet. The men's urinals had gone, but it was the middle of the night. It's a festival. There's tons of people still around. So TJ was just sort of stood there contemplating his life, looking up at the
his
moon.
whole life.
It had been a fairly rough week, and before he knew it, he was just sort of going in the crowd,
God,
down his charity bought jeans,
dude.
and then
TJ did that.
and then quite happily just got back in the tent with the 2 other guys that had put up with his stench for the whole week.
Oh, man. You're a good friend, Ryan. You are to TJ, that's for sure.
And the moral of the story is, for good God, it doesn't matter about your
Go
wallet.
to
Just
Belgium.
deodorant and clothes is more important.
Yeah,
than
man. The
money.
fact that people didn't want to be near you at a rock festival indicates that you must have had like a pretty powerful like body odor
Stench.
going on there. Like.
Yeah, it was
I
like
looked
ill.
like I thought I had tanned because
it
I
was just-
didn't have a shower. I didn't have a shower. There were no facilities to have a shower, so I didn't have any kind of
Zero
wash.
infrastructure.
I remember getting in the car with my dad, and my dad just like winding the windows down and just being like, "You are absolute
That is
scum.
disgusting.
You are scum." And then I went from being slightly Hispanic to the whitest white in just one shower. And I thought I'd got a really good suntan, and it was just shit. It was just dirt.
Grime.
Oh man, I feel bad for you, mate. I feel bad for you.
We've got some other great, I mean, we'll save them now for other times, but we've got some good festival and sort of camping related stories.
Oh
haven't
yeah, we've done the worst.
We've done a bit of camping, a little bit of festivaling, haven't we?
Yeah, we have a bit. You know that thing called the Caravan Club. Oh.
Caravan Club. I've been trailing this. Basically, I thought it'd be funny, right? And it is funny, and it's also real, Ryan. But obviously, it's not. But it's a terrorist organisation which wants an independent Dorset. So they're called Dolf, and it's the Dorset.
Okay, so this is
Dorset Liberation Front, and they want me to read out their demands so that the world hears it.
Okay.
And I've been trailing it for a while, and I'm really afraid if I don't do it, they're gonna fuck me up, or I'll just never do it. And
we'll end on what's the segment called? Dolf Demand.
Wow, this is Dolf's Demand.
So it's gonna be I'll get some sort of military-esque music to go with it. I think marching.
Some serious shit, mate. It's Dorset, mate. It's Dorset. So they're the armed wing of a group called DIM, which is the Dorset Independence Movement. So,
okay.
Mate, it's a whole thing.
Mate,
right?
you've had far too much time to think about this.
It's a whole thing, mate. We're going to be the voice of a nation, and I'm excited.
I thought of a really good thing, by the way, which would be... Because I know, Clive, you want to talk about your Dorset.
Mate, I've just got to get out of this point. They're going to kill me. They're going to break my kneecaps if I don't read out their demands.
How about you do that next time, right? How about we end? I got a really good way we can end, right?
You're just trying to get me hurt, mate. They're not fucking around.
I'm scared as well. I woke up this morning at 6:30. I did, and then again at 7 because I didn't want to obviously miss this appointment.
Oh wow, you were so excited.
So I genuinely was excited. So I just wanted to let you both know that was all.
Thanks,
I woke up very excited.
Right, that's it. I'm reading out the demands. It'll take
we'll do
2
it next
minutes.
time.
We'll do it next time.
See ya.
We'll get it.
Bye.
They're going to break my knees. My knees. I need them for walking.